It is Phil Frieman here live from San Diego, California, as we are getting ready to turn in for the night and be down at Point Loma Sportfishing at 5 a.m. I do have a little bit of news about the bluefin tuna that I'm going to get across to you, but before we go any further, I truly hope you had a great and wonderful and blessed Easter. I hope it was as good as you possibly could have wanted it being and spending time with friends and loved ones. Well, there's just nothing better than that. So keep up the great work on the home front. Remember, there's nothing more important in this life than family. And I hope you had an absolutely wonderful, wonderful Easter. Jeff, thank you so much. Jeff's wishing us a great trip. And Jeff, that means the world to me. I hope you had a happy Easter, Jeff. Same to your whole family. And I hope your next fishing trip is a good one also, my friend. All right, I just talked to Max Nui on board the Pacific Voyager, and he's making pretty good time out to the grounds. He got out of C4 sport fishing around 2:45 this afternoon, 3 o'clock, like that, and started to motor his way out. And he surmises that he'll be on that bluefin tuna at about 10:45 this evening. He is on the Pacific Voyager, that is, and Max and all their passengers. They are on a 2.5-day trip. So we'll be keeping tabs on them. And of course, if anything happens here this evening, man, forget that sleep nonsense. I'll be up to let you know about it. I want to keep you in touch with all the very, very latest. Our trip on board the Independence, by the way, hit that like button right now if you don't mind. Our trip on the Independence was scheduled to leave around 9 a.m. to get away from the dock at 9 a.m. But Captain Brian Pfeiffer called me and said, "What do you think about an early departure, Phil? I'd like to get out of there at 7. Get everybody down here to the landing for a check-in at 5 a.m. We'll get everybody checked in on the boat and start hightailing it for the zone." And I think that is fantastic. If you ask me, I am really stoked about that. All right. Hey, David, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Tight line, safe voyage, bountiful catches. Means the world to me, David. Hope you had a really beautiful Easter. Zelda, hello, host. I'm a young man from China. My friend Zelda, I spent 3 years in China in the town of Qinshan. It is so nice to welcome you here to our channel. Zelda, thank you so much for joining us. What part of China are you in? I was in Qinshan, kind of between Suzhou and Shanghai. That's where I spent 3 years as a teacher. But thank you very much for joining us, as our shows are always international now, and it's just great. Michael Burke, hey, buddy. Have fun on your fishing adventure and be safe. Michael, I don't know about that safe stuff, but we're going to have a lot of fun. That is for sure. And I'm going to be bringing you all the very latest. Robert Slagers is Scott Buchert going on the trip. Robert, I've got to tell you, no, thank God. Oh my God. No, I'm only kidding. Scott's great. It's always good to have him on board, but he's not going to be on board this one. He's going to miss this one. He'll be on our 8-day trip in November, so that should be great. Chuck Zimmer says, have a great trip. Perfect time for the bluefin. Chuck, I hope you're right. Chuck Zimmer from Z Custom Rods. When I get back on Monday, the Monday after our trip, we get in on the 26th. So the 28th, Chuck and I will be doing one of our world famous raffles on Tackle Shop Confessions, Z Custom Rods with Chuck Zimmer. And also, don't forget about their big surf fishing event at the Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club coming up soon. Chuck, thanks for joining us tonight. Tony Gonzalez. Hey, Phil, are you guys going after the bluefin tuna? Tony, you never know what kind of intel occurs in this business. You know, you think you're going to go do something, and all of a sudden there's word of a wide open yellowtail bite down the Baja coast. I would say, however, Tony, it's 90%. That's what the game plan is as we sit here on this beautiful Easter Sunday evening. The game plan is to get out of here early, probably clear the point sometime around, if I had to guess, 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. We put a lot of bait, hundreds of scoops of bait on the Independence. She can carry an awful lot of bait, and it's always good to have extra bait on these trips. I think he's got bait on board already, so he's probably got some good cured bait on there. That's good news. Although most of this fish is being taken at night on jigs, Sometimes you'll get bit in the daytime and cured bait and light line, like 25-pound fluorocarbon on this fish with a hot bait. And that's where the cured bait comes in. And of course, a small hook, blacktail hook, like a number 6, works really, really well. But Tony, most of these fish have been taken at night. We'll see what happens. The Polaris Supreme just got in from their 3-day trip with 106 bluefin tuna. The bluefin tuna right now, as we move away from the moon phase, that is detrimental to the bite. That full moon just has not been kind, not been nice to the bluefin tuna bite. As we move away from that, this fish seems to be wanting to bite a little bit better. Having said that, the American angler had 50 fish last night. There were 4 other boats that had between 1 and 3 bluefin tuna. So there were some tough nights last night, no question about it. I got my fingers crossed that Max is going to get on him on the Voyager. As I say, he's about 2.5 hours away from the grounds as we speak. The weather doesn't sound like it's going to be an issue. It sounds like it's going to be good enough. Very, very nice weather. And a lot of fish around in the range in terms of the size of fish, 25 to 40 pounds. And once again, everybody, I'll be broadcasting live from the Independence, keeping you all up to date on all the very, very latest. Juan says, Happy Easter to you and your family. May all of you have a great, safe trip tomorrow. Juan, thank you so very much. All my best to you, your family, and your loved ones. And Anthony is here with us. Anthony, man, I wish you were here. I really, really, really do. Next time, definitely, Anthony will be on every other one of the Friedman Adventures trips. He does such a great job with the camera. He does such a great job helping people catch fish. It's going to be good. And by the way, Anthony and everybody else, we just opened up our new Spanish language YouTube channel. It's called Aventuras del Gringo Adventures. And I just put a couple of videos up. And, we're just getting going. I think we have 10 subscribers, something like that. We're just getting going. I'm in awe. 2 little videos I put up, just kind of setting the scene, letting everybody know that we would be fishing tomorrow and I'll be bringing in. We've had over 1,000 views on our brand new channel that's been open just for hours, and I can't thank you all enough for that. Aventuras del Gringo is already starting to gain some strength. Nelson DG just gave you a thumbs up. That I can't thank you enough for, Nelson. Thank you very, very much. Jeff is back with us. We only got them on our 3.5-day trip at night, but 2-day limits. What boat were you on, Jeff? Were you on the Polaris Supreme, or not sure what boat you were on, but it sounds like you had a great trip. Those fish, again, 25 to over 200 pounds. There's some big ones running around. 2 hunting and fishing. I've looked at the moon and the catch data from last summer, made several videos about this, and that is 2 hunting and fishing. I assume you have a YouTube channel. I will direct you all over there. This gentleman has done the hard work on that, on the full moon. Thank you very much for sharing that. Really appreciate it. Tim P., how much does a 5-day trip cost nowadays? I believe it's $2,500. That's what I think this thing costs right now. Oh, Jeff was on a private boat out there putting the wood to him. Way to go, Jeff. That's even better, man. You going out there, finding your own fish and hammering them, man. That is great. Daniel, or also known as Sarge down there at Redondo Sport Fishing. Great to see you here this evening, this beautiful Easter Sunday evening. So at night, it's mostly jigs. That's when the majority of the fish have been taken. We need to see multiple boats get bit tonight, especially tomorrow night. And it's pretty amazing to me that we're going to be on the grounds tomorrow afternoon, more than likely. We're going to leave on a 5-day trip tomorrow morning and be fishing the very same day, late in the afternoon. That's what it looks like to me. And part of that is, Captain Brian Pfeiffer knows very, very well, if he can get out and get on a school in the daylight and ride it into the sundown, man, you can sometimes get that fish to stick with you a little bit and get it rocking and rolling. Live free, die free. Love you, man. You're always here with us. Evening, young man. Happy Easter, and a happy Easter to you, too. There's Scott Buchert. Scott, I've been trying to call you all day long. You never answer your phone. Hope you're doing well, my friend. It's good to see you here. Our Easter eggs on the carnivore diet, they are if they're like real eggs. If they're chocolate, I'm afraid not, man. Really not going to work if they were. Jeff sharing even more information on his private boat trip. Jeff, I really appreciate it. Fishing about 70 miles. So that's right, about a 7-hour trip for most guys. And that's why Max, who left at about 2:45, 3 o'clock, he's going to be there at 10. He probably went and got bait before he left, knowing that kid. So that is really, really good. Scotty, you naughty boy, says Anthony. I don't know what Anthony could have in mind, but it's something. Who knows what? So once again, the majority of these fish biting at night on the jigs, they've been at a 300-foot depth. That can change. It's very, very fluid in terms of what depth the fish are going to be at. And that's why it's really important that you pay attention to the captain. He's going to tell you what depth to drop at. Having that metered line that changes color every 100 feet is a very good idea. That way, when he tells you to drop 240, you can drop down to, and you really should drop down to 300. He's seeing the fish at 240, drop to 300, and wind back up to about 220, let's say, and then you can free spool it and drop it back down to 300 again and repeat. Jeff saying 180 to 350 feet. Jeff, you are a fountain of information, of great information. And thank you so much for sharing. If you have a hot tip on a jig that worked really, really well, and you want to share that, please do. We would love to hear it. Joshua, good to see you. Just checked the water temp, 60.3. Joshua, thank you for sharing that. You know, when I put my Tootsies in the water this morning on the morning briefing, I swear it felt like 60-degree water. And I've been sticking my feet in that. In fact, I got doused by a wave earlier this year, and that was 55-ish when I got doused by that wave. But right now, it's getting warmer all the time. And for white sea bass, calico bass, all those species, that 60-degree mark is magical. It's not what you're looking for the optimum, but it's a signal that you're coming out of winter, getting into spring, and at more degrees it goes up over that 60. And this goes for white sea bass also. The better they bite, the better their metabolism starts to flow, the hungrier they get, the more active they get. You get that water temp up there at 63, 64, 66, and look out, baby. You're going to see some great white sea bass fishing this year. Don't forget, if you want our charter list, we're running out of room on many of our charters. Send me a text at 657 227 6459. And I will send you our list, and make sure that you have an opportunity to join Anthony and yours truly and all the great people who come on the Friedman Adventures trip. It's a real family, no question about it. Eddie Bomb is what Jeff said worked best of all. 16-ounce was a hot bait. Man, there you have it from a guy on a private boat who just went out 70 miles, who found the fish in that 180 to 350 foot depth of water, sharing that with you. And then Jeff Lingle says, man, you want to go with the Eddie Bomb? 16-ounce was the hot bait. Jeff, really appreciate you making this evening update so darn informative. Way better than it would have been with just me. Jeff, thank you very, very much, and a happy Easter, and thanks for sharing that. So, everybody, a lot of rockfish today. I didn't see any hellacious sea bass scores, but the white sea bass are still around. Don't you dare think that they're gone. That's going to get better and better and better. And we continue to see some really good halibut fishing up and down the coast with a little bit more bass involved also. Now, I'll be coming to you live tomorrow morning, probably sometime around 5:30-ish, 6 o'clock. If that's too early for you, I get it. Don't worry, but I kind of want to take you through the check-in process a little bit, us boarding the boat. And then as Brian gives his seminar, I'm not sure where he's going to give that seminar and what time, but if I have phone reception and I'm able to broadcast live to you, I will definitely do that. I would be happy to do that so you can listen to our captain give us the safety speech and then talk about what's been working and where we're heading. I think you'd like to eavesdrop in on that, and I'll try to make that happen for you. If not, I will tape it and then have it for you at a later date. Sounds like we're going to try to clear the point. We could even clear it earlier. We might clear the point around 8:30 a.m. And then we have about a 7-hour run to get to the fishing ground. So that's great, man. If you ask me, it sounds like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll be there fishing tomorrow, the first day we even leave, and we'll be back in here to Point Loma Sport Fishing early Saturday morning. If you happen to be around San Diego, by all means, come by and say hello. So we'll be back Saturday morning. Usually we get in 5, 6 a.m., but if you got down there around 6:30, you should be good by the time we start unloading our catch. It would be great to see you. Daniel or Sarge Philip Wright texting you for the fishing list. All right, I wish I could answer you right now, Sarge, but I'm doing a live podcast. I promise I'll send you that this evening as soon as I get done here. Anything on the kite yet? Asked David. Good question. I don't have the answer to that. I don't want to say one way or the other. Wouldn't surprise me if some of that daytime fish got caught on the kite and some of that big grade stuff. You know, guys like the Nulo Ann, those big fishermen, Nulo Ann, Pacific Queen. There's a lot of those guys. Pacific Dawn's another guy, focuses in. We'll have to check with those boys and see if they've been doing any of that. Mark says, Happy Easter to which I say, Mark, Happy Easter to you and all your loved ones this evening. Joshua says, I'm calling it now a new state record bluefin this year, over 400 pounds. All right, Joshua, we're going to hold you to it. The over-under, 400 pounds on a new state record. I mean, those fish have been big, and they've been chewing up squid all winter long. It sounds like a pretty good prediction to me. I like the way you think, Joshua. Live free, die free. Phil, what's your thoughts on getting travel insurance on long-range trips? I don't really have an opinion. I'd have to look into the cost. I don't know what it is and do the risk assessment for you. I don't do it. I know some people who have done it. One gentleman, and he's used it and said that it really came in handy. So, their trips are expensive. If you get sick or something, I think you're covered for that. So maybe not a bad idea. I don't know what the cost is. That's what it would come down to, the cost against the risk. That is for sure. Scott Bucher wants to know where I'm at. Scott, I'm in beautiful Ensenada, Baja California Norte. And you're not going to find me. No way you're going to cross the border. No, I'm actually somewhere else, but I think I'm going to tell you where I'm at. You're nuts. Jeff wants to know, or says, we got them before the full moon on the kite. There you are. Jeff, thank you, man. So there has been kite fishing. If Jeff got them before the moon on the kite, I surmise from that there's still some opportunities to do that right now. David says, been making albacore feathers, hoping predictions are positive. You know, David, my guy, the guy that I use who does my albacore data, he combs over, decades of water temperatures and correlates them to the albacore catches and looks at the population of anchovy in the area when this all, for the past 3 or 4 years, or however long it's been that I've been blowing these predictions, he has told me, yes, it's going to happen this year. And for whatever reason, and I think just, looking empirically at what we're seeing, all this anchovy, the cooler water, it just looks like an albacore year. He said to me the other day, I'm very pessimistic. I don't think there's going to be any albacore. May not be any next year. To me, that was the kiss that we needed. The guy that's been saying it's going to be great the last 3 years now says it's going to suck. Man, it's going to be wide open alby this year. I'm telling you right now. The guy that has been saying it's going to be wide open and nothing ever happened, and now he's telling me, I don't like what I'm seeing. That makes me think it's going to be really, really good. Hey, once again, hit that like button. Share these videos with a friend. I hope you had a happy Easter. You can also catch us over on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Really appreciate you sharing these videos and hitting that like button, leaving comments really helps us a lot. Well, I think I'm going to get a little shut-eye because something tells me Max Nui might be ringing me up at 2 o'clock in the morning in an absolute ripper. I really hope that's the case for the fleet tonight. Boys are heading out, and hopefully they're going to put the wood to them. And then we'll be getting on board the Independence, and hopefully tomorrow night I'll be able to live stream some video to you guys. If not, I will upload it. It'll probably be in smaller sections because it's hard. It takes way too long to upload a 15, 20-minute video, but I'll do my best to keep you all informed with all the very, very latest. Live free, die free, says late July, August, Southern California, Albacore. I'm all over it. Jeff says rest up. Great wishes. Thank you so much, Jeff. Again, thank you for making this night's presentation so darn good. I really, really appreciate it. Watch out, Scott is behind you. Is he? There's a pool back there. I don't know. Maybe he is. He's probably going to figure it out, man. He's going to be like a detective. He's going to hone in on something in the background and then zoom in on it and see the name of the hotel I'm at, and then I'm screwed. I'm totally screwed. I don't want Scott Bugert here running around here tonight in the middle of the night. Hey, everybody. Happy Easter. I hope you had a blessed day today. I can only tell you I feel blessed to have so many of you with us. And again, really feeling blessed with the new channel, our Spanish language channel with over 1,000 views on our first couple of hours in existence. Really, really appreciate it. Joshua, thank you so much for your good wishes. Happy Easter to you too. God bless you, everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you bright and early in the morning with some live, beautiful video from the Independence. And then hopefully we're going to be able to tune you up with some great fishing tomorrow. Take care. God bless. And I hope to see you really